Hi guys, welcome again to your own CA YouTube channel. Now this is the second part of the buy versus rent video where I am going to teach you or rather show you how the Excel that I have created is actually working on the background and how I come to the conclusion as to whether you should buy the property or rent it. So this whole Excel was created basis the cash flow system as to how is the cash flowing from one end to another. Now you will the Excel here. There are basically this is the calculation tab of that Excel which you will find. The Excel is there in the description of the video and also in the initial video that we had. So basically you will see many tables here. First table is the calculation table. Now basically this table is nothing but the input that you have put in the decision maker sheet. So the same has been just kept here so for the purpose of easy reference into the calculations. If you see below that, there is an EMI amount table. Now this EMI amount table is basically a single line formula which automatically calculates the amount of EMI that you will require to pay basis the loan details. Now if you have kept loan to be paid as yes, basically if you are opting for a loan, then you have also put in the tenure, the interest rate and also the down payment. So this calculates the EMI of the remaining amount, that is total cost of the property minus the down payment, multiply by the interest rate and the tenures to get to your EMI, which is monthly installments that you are going to pay. Okay, below that you will find another small table which gives you the net worth of your house at the age of 40, like not at the age of 40, after 40 years. So this is basically a one line formula which has taken the appreciation rate that you have provided and it has automatically calculated the values. If you want to check the formula, you can go and do F2 into that particular cell and you will know that what the formula has been used. Also this going to the formulas part will be very detailed. If you want to get that knowledge, please also comment that into the YouTube video. Maybe I will have a separate video on that formulas as well. Now if you see, there is one more table, mutual fund value. Now this is the main table which calculates the value of the mutual fund, that which is basically the main decider in the video. So basically there are 5 columns. If you see here, rent, EMI, investment monthly and investment amount at the year end. So basically first is the year. It is obviously for 40 years. This table will consist of 40 lines. The second column is of the rent. Each and every year your rent will increase by the percentage which you have mentioned in the inputs column. In our case it is around 5%. So each and every year the rent is increasing. For example, first year it is 30,000, second year it has become 31,500, third year it even more increases. After that you will see EMI at the H column. Now this H column, EMI is nothing but the EMI that we calculated here. It is basically picking up values from there. And the next column is investment monthly. Now investment monthly is nothing but rent minus the EMI. Basically in the first year you will have 60,392 rupees worth of EMI to be paid monthly, but your rent is around 30,000. Basically that means 30,392 extra amount you would have with you to invest. So that is what is kept here. So you have to invest this 30,392 every month into the mutual funds. So this will make your amount grow at a faster rate. Now that is how, and the J column is nothing but the calculation of it at that year's end, which means at the first year if you put that 30,392 into a mutual fund throughout the year, then you will get the amount of 32,06,000 at the end of that year. The same follows up with the second year, third year, fourth year. The values of investment monthly will decrease year by year because your rent is increasing but your EMI is constant. But if you will see on the 16th year, your investment monthly becomes negative. That means your rent has increased to such an extent that now it is even more than your EMI. In that case it becomes a negative value. Now this negative value signifies that you have to withdraw the amount from the corpus, the corpus that you have created, instead of depositing it. So basically this is that corpus worth of money. After that, from 16, 17, 18, 19, when you reach 25 years, which is the end of your loan tenure basis, this example. Now, if you keep 30 years as your loan tenure, this will get completely zero in 30 years. But now we have kept 25 years. So if you see from 26th year, there is no EMI that is required to be paid. But so entire rent amount you will have to take out from the corpus that you have created. So it will from 26th year till the 40th year, you will see there is no EMI payments but only the corpus. Now if you switch to 30 years, this table will automatically change itself and get to the 30 years calculation. Now that is how you see the amounts are growing rapidly or decreasing. Now if you see after the 26th year, the amounts are still growing although we are taking out money for our rent. This is because your corpus is grown to such an extent that the yearly interest, that it's 12%, the yearly return that you are making are greater than what you are withdrawing. For example, you see here this is 8.20 crores. 8.20 crore, 12% is more than what you are withdrawing monthly, which is 1,01,590. That is the reason it is growing on rapid extent and it becomes 42 crores at the end of 40th year. So this is how the Excel calculates it. Now this is the asset value at the end of 40 years, which is 42 crores. Although your asset value, that is your house, is only 10.28 crores. So basically, if you don't buy your house right now and buy it after 40 years, you will be able to buy four houses instead of one with the same amount of money. Now this is how the whole decision is made and this is how the calculator works. I think this would be more than enough for this. So please do give your comments if you have any doubt, anything you can comment, and please let me know if you have any suggestions for other video. I hope I have made clear this calculation part. See you in the next video. Bye.